Hi. You know who I am, and I'm pretty sure by now you know who this guy is. And if you don't, shame on you. Anyway, we're here to review Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Last time, you probably know, we reviewed the first Mortal Kombat movie that came out in 1995. Now we're here to review the second Mortal Kombat film that came out 2 years later. And it's been called one of the worst video game adaptation based on a movie since Super Mario Brothers. But is Mortal Kombat Annihilation really the worst? I mean, does it deserve all the hate it gets? In my opinion, well, no. Don't get me wrong, it's bad, but I wouldn't call it the worst. I mean,
it had its flaws.
Yeah, I get a feeling it was trying. And I'll give it credit for that. I mean, I was disappointed most of the actors did not reprise their roles. They had to replace them with new actors.
Was it the same director or different?
I don't know.
Yeah, it might have just been two different directors that did the movies.
The only two who do reprise their roles is Robin Shou as Liu Kang and Talisa Soto as Katana. But everybody else, Sandra Hess plays Sonya, which was played by Bridget Wilson, and she doesn't really give off anything in the film.
I mean, her outfit was kind of like from, I would say, like Mortal Kombat 4.
And she looked
sort.
She did look sexy, but she didn't have much to give off.
Characteristic, like Bridget Wilson.
Yeah, she doesn't give off much in the film. She just displays how sexy she looks in that outfit. And the reason why I read up why Lyndon Ashby did not reprise his role as Johnny Cage is because he didn't like the idea that Johnny Cage dies in the first 5 minutes of the film. He does. Disappointing. That was disappointing. And I will give James Remar, who plays Raiden, I mean, it's fairly different from the way Christopher Lambert played Raiden, but he does try to pull off a decent performance. I mean, he does do his best to make this character interesting and not just try to make him a
instead of him being the Thunder God, it kind of worked more on his character with the Elder Gods and how all the realms work together. And I mean, what they said in the movie was basically true, where Shao Kahn broke the rules of Mortal Kombat, so they had to do consequences, and that's basically what the movie's on that part with Raiden's story.
Do you think they took a lot from the game?
It depends on how much dialogue, I guess.
No, I'm talking about the scene where Liu Kang becomes a dragon. They said that was from an...
He did that as a fatality in Mortal Kombat 2. He became the dragon.
See, I get a sense they were trying.
But Mortal Kombat 3 was kind of like the birth of all the animalities in the game.
What did you think of Sandra Hess, who played Sonya?
I mean, I think she kind of was a little bit slow with her character.
Was she quite as interesting as Bridget Wilson?
No, I mean, I think this one, she kind of, it's hard to tell if she fought a little bit differently. I mean, it's hard to tell with Sonya's character. It could just be like off and on.
Yeah. And the character Jax, the guy with two robotic arms. Of course, we later learned they're not really robotic arms.
No, they're just enhancing.
Oh, they don't serve much of a purpose. They do in the first part of seeing them when you first discover them, but then they lose their purpose as the movie goes on.
It gives them body strength.
Yeah, but they just sort of lose their purpose. I just felt it just didn't serve anything as the movie.
I'm not sure if there was a game where he didn't have. I have to look at all the images and see.
And let's not forget Brian Thompson as Shao Kahn. I'm gonna let you go first. What did you think of Brian Thompson as Shao Kahn?
They could have gone with someone bigger.
Bigger? Now, don't get
Like
me
more
wrong.
strength big.
Oh yeah, he's. Don't get me wrong. Brian Thompson is a big guy, but But I just couldn't buy him as Shao Kahn. He's just. When you see him in the Shao Kahn outfit, he looks like a guy going to a cosplay event.
Well, if they kind of lowered the Shao Kahn outfit to fit his standards, I think it would have been alright. But they made the costume look too big on him.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it fit his size.
Yeah. And his acting. He just spends a good part of the movie just mugging for the camera. When he just looks in the camera with his dumb little grin, like, I will glue you all. And I couldn't help but say, oh, I am acting.
Yeah, I know who would have been a perfect Shao Kahn now.
Who?
Triple H.
Yes.
I mean, I think, was it WrestleMania? I forgot which WrestleMania he did. I think it was 30. WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
He came out with the almost like the Shao Kahn mask and the armor and stuff like that. Like, perfect for his character.
If they ever do a reboot of it, please consider it. Who's ever out there thinking about it?
Yeah, get Triple H.
Triple H.
Definitely get Ronda Rousey for Sling Your Blade.
Ronda Rousey, she was born to play that role.
I mean, she's the character for the one in the game right now. Mortal Kombat 11.
She was born to play that role.
She's perfect. But
Now,
enough with that.
what did you think of the fighting? Compared to the first film, let's put it.
I think the only best scene that I actually enjoyed was probably the Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, yeah. And that was another disappointment for me when Sub-Zero makes an appearance, and he's not a bad guy, but because it was actually his brother. Oh, a little bit of trivia I learned: the guy who played Sub-Zero in this film also played Reptile in the first film.
Oh, okay.
That's an interesting bit of trivia I didn't think I knew about.
I think the Sub-Zero, the one they killed off before, I think he comes back either, if I'm correct, either Noob Saibot. There was a shadow in, I don't remember if it was the first or second movie, but you caught a glimpse of Noob Saibot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this old black shadow in one of the scenes, just like a couple seconds.
I think so.
Yeah, that was supposedly Sub-Zero's brother.
Yeah, but
The smoke ended up being like a friend of Sub-Zero.
yeah. I thought he was going to play a big part in the movie because now he's a good guy. He's not a bad guy, but no, he's only in it for that one part. You just enjoy him while he lasts because and his fight with Scorpion. Don't get me wrong, it was good. It was only in there because the fans wanted it. No real reason. It was only in there because
that fight with Raiden, when we get all those twirls and kicks and stuff. I mean, that was interesting.
It was just them doing flips and flips. They weren't really. Didn't feel like they were really. Didn't feel like they were really
Like
fighting.
a gymnastics thing.
Yeah, I didn't feel like they were really fighting.
What about Jade and Sonya Blade? Was it Jade? No. It was Liu Kang and Jade. That's what it was. No, it was Sonya Blade and Melina.
That I don't know what they were doing, where they were going there. That was just. There was hardly any interesting choreography on this time. It just.
I mean, even well, I think the character that was perfect, the one that is Sindel. Her outfit, perfectly from the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of looks like a swimsuit with tights, but
Yes, it does.
it's still kind of sexy on that. But her character was well. I mean, Shao Kahn actually brought her back just to bring balance, so that way he can open up the other realms.
Yes.
And they needed Sindel for that. Why they needed Sindel, I don't remember why. I have to look that up.
But
Probably because she's the queen of Edenia, and they needed her to do it.
Isn't she Katana's mother?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mother and daughter get reunited. Spoiler. Sorry.
I know Jay's also part of Edenia as well.
Yeah, she is.
Melina, she's
Yeah.
half to no, she's a twin. Remember Baraka in the movie?
Yes.
Melina actually has cells from Baraka's race
Yeah.
mixed in with Melina's cells or DNA, and that's why her face is all messed up.
Shows you little I know. He has more knowledge of the
That's
game than I
why
do.
she wears that mask because of that.
Yeah, Baraka's in it just for fan service. He, at least Goru and Raiden.
That fight sucks.
At least Goru and Raiden, even though they had at least they got their characters developed in the first film. Baraka's only in it just for fan service. No real reason for him to be in it. He's just in there just to be in there just to make the fans
And
happy.
then Khan kills off Rain
Raiden.
really quick. And like, why would he do that? He didn't even do anything.
Bad CGI effect too.
I mean, let's see, who's the Ermac? Who did he
I forgot. That's how bad the movie was. We
I
don't
can't
even remember.
remember.
That's probably why I don't remember. 'Cause
Motaro fought Jax.
yeah.
Katana fought Sindel. Liu Kang fought Khan.
We're just remembering.
Who else was in the movie? Shoot. I can't remember.
I don't remember either. That's how bad the movie is. We can't even remember anything. But I gotta say, the movie does get credit for trying, because you get the sense there was some effort put into it. They were trying to make it better than the first film, and they failed.
The last scene almost kind of looked like it was an effect from Sinbad with those graphics.
Yeah.
This weird 60s
Yeah.
look,
Yeah, it looked,
70s look, whatever
Yeah,
you
it
want to
looked-
call it.
yeah, especially a scene where Jax fights a monster. He looks like he's hitting nothing, because it doesn't look like he's hitting
You know,
something.
well, he did a ground and pound, but that's about it.
That's all he does. Oh, he was just an uninteresting character. He just doesn't really jump off, grab your interest like the characters from the first film did. They all grabbed your interest. You rooted for them all the way, but here you don't
I
kind
mean,
of.
not too much with Jackson the first movie, but
Yeah, but I like Bridget Wilson, Sonya. You really rooted for her. Sandra Hess was just in there because she looked sexy. Bridget Wilson couldn't reprise her role because she was filming I Know What You Did Last Summer, so she didn't have time to reprise her role. Sure, if she had free time, she probably would have done it. Would it have made it a better movie? I have
mean,
no idea.
maybe they'll eventually make a brand new movie. Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
They already made the miniseries, which
we'll
we'll get.
do those next.
We'll get to those. That's another review saved for later.
We're doing Mortal Kombat Legacy and Legacy 2 at the same time.
Some of the fight scenes were hokey, but I like James Remar's performance as Raiden. You get a sense he was trying to give a performance and not come across as annoying, not come across as just being an actor in a video game. He's really trying to make his performance worthwhile. I get a sense of that.
Yeah, that's why when I saw Fast and the Furious, I'm like, ooh, he looks familiar.
Yeah. But the rest of the movie is just annoying. Brian Thompson is just overacting as Shao Kahn. He's constantly mugging for the camera. Sandra Hess is there because she looks sexy. She does. Don't get me wrong, but she doesn't really jump off the screen to you. She's not as interesting as Bridget Wilson was. She doesn't. Just her portrayal, the way Bridget Wilson played it and the way she played it, it doesn't match up, right? And Johnny Cage gets killed off. You understand, I think I said why Lyndon Ashby didn't reprise his role because of that. All in all, it's terrible.
Not terrible, no.
It's bad, but I don't.
It's not the worst.
No, like I said, it was trying. It
Definitely better than Dragon Ball.
definitely. I have no interest in seeing that. I'll just watch the cartoon, the animated show. So, what would you give Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
I'm not going to give it my rating, but I mean,
Oh yeah.
because everybody basically gave the rating bad.
Yeah. Chris Stuckman gave it a hilariosity review. That's how bad it was. It's one of those, he does those bad movie, funny bad reviews because the movie's that bad, he'll give it that bad review. Of course, Chris Stuckman's a popular critic on YouTube. You all knew that already. You're still cool, Chris. Yeah, I give it a 5. 5 out of 10.
Yeah, 50-50.
It was alright. Nothing great. Nothing doesn't reach the awesomeness of the first film, but it was okay. Just alright. Just alright. Okay, we'll catch you later.
Alright.
Peace out.
Later.